Hello, good evening, welcome. Let's do some trains. I forgot to build first, so I'm gonna build. So, we don't have any pull requests, so that's cool. There's no new issues since last time. So last time on the stream, we did this thing. Basically, the Comet UI has a render loop separate from its game loop. I haven't shown the game yet. Oh no. There's a bug. I thought I had trains working. Yes. Train. Okay. I guess we're gonna fix a bug now. I did want to work on the Comet UI anyway. Because I've neglected it for a bit. And I've been sort of lurking on the Comet Discord and I bet you my is valid function is wrong. Yeah, I've been lurking. Yeah, that's wrong. I should be not. I've been looking on the Comet Discord, and I think I maybe have absorbed through osmosis some kind of a better idea of how a declarative UI should work. Yay, trains. Game loop, render loop, awesome. So, but what we don't have in Comet specifically is, and I'll just switch to this to show you. It's missing some UI basically. So these buttons here, toggling the current tool will be nice if we can. Don't know. These buttons that toggle layers is cool. And this configure screen, but I don't want to do it much less ugly. So, first things first, do we have a newer version? No. That's pity. Yeah. So a few streams ago, I tried to get the dev build of this working, and I think it would be beneficial. As you can see, 6 days ago, there was work done. But actually, how old is my? Yeah, let's just see how old the package I'm using is. Yeah, the problem is 25 days ago. That's not bad. I'm actually surprised about the letter 273. GitHub packages requires auth, which is annoying because it means if I commit this as a source, nobody can just clone the project without setting up auth to GitHub packages, setting up a personal access token. If I commit the personal access token, that's no good because it's mine. And probably GitHub would detect and delete the token anyway. I wonder if we can just download it and use it locally. That might be dodgy. Let's see if it works. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll try this. I don't actually know if I need this package. Am I using it? I am. But am I using it? Look at sphere. Come out. Let's find out if I'm actually using it. Guessing that's a yes. Oh yeah, of course. So I was thinking I wasn't using skier because I'm not using skier controls that Comet has. But of course, the whole game is drawn with skier. Open that file, that's not gonna work. Oh, yes it is. Unexpectedly, it opened in NuGet Package Explorer. So this is client.comet. Let me download this one. Okay. So, where am I going to put these? Let's put them in a packages folder, I guess. See if I reference these. Now I've got to commit them, and I don't want to commit them. Let's just see what happens. Let's see if this gets any better. Come back, packages window. I think we can do that. Now, will this UI show us our wonderful new version? Nope. Okay. Oh, I've named it wrong. You've got to name it that, don't you? So, I think you've got to do that. Maybe? Hey, 3.1. Oh, no, that was this one. Alright, let's just see if this will take the version. Will we build? Where's the output window? That worked, I think. I don't know whether it's using that DLL though. We can probably find out. No, don't build login. Alright, let's just see if there's any difference visually. There's a bunch of bugs, I believe, around layout and WPF got fixed. I'm not seeing any difference. Oh, does it resize? No. Okay, let's do try the terminal. Oh, and I didn't do my thing that I normally do of what's new in this preview, because I think we're on preview 3, maybe? Preview 2. Okay, cool. It's there though. I will show you something new and exciting in Visual Studio in just a second. It's not that. It's not that exception. Let's true. No, wrong one. .NET build /build. let's just do a build and look in the log and see where it's getting the Comet DLL from. See if my local reference packages have worked. Start. Whoa, that's a big screen. Okay. So, not that one. Is it just Clancy.com to DLL? No, just come to DLL. Okay. No. Okay, so it's still using the old, yeah. Alright, forget it. That's fine. I'm just going to keep using the packages we have. There may be bugs. I don't mind. Go away. How do you? Oh, I gotta put it on there. Unpin. There we go. Okay. Let's undo all of this work. Yay for streaming. Just rewind. Yep. Okay. Close that. Cool. So, Comet UI. We need to do a configure button and a layer toggling. And I think we have toggles. We have a toggle. I don't think we ever. Oh, we have a radio button. I wonder why I didn't do this as a radio button. I wonder how this works. Label, cool. Selected. Now, can I? Funk, there we are. It's this. So we're selected if the tool is equal to the tool. And why didn't that work? No, I want the funk of bool. Oh, this needs to be a funk of label. Okay. Fine. So if that works. It's awfully easy if it does. Not easy if it doesn't. And as usual, we press build, nothing happens, and that's because there's been an exception. Maybe, maybe not. Yep. The invocation of a constructor type that matches the specified binding constraints through an exception. Line of 6, line position 9. Radio button must be in a radio button. Okay, that's easy enough. Is a radio group a replacement for a VStack? Kind of thinking it might be. Let's find out. What does frame 100 do? Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens if we don't have a VStack. Okay. I'll take it. Looks like a radio button. I kind of don't want that. But, yeah, that'll do. I can live with that. I mean, in theory, this is more correct because this is expressing what our UI should look like, and then worrying about how it's actually going to visually appear is it's a separate concern in Comet. Can I do? I think I just do that. Let's just see what it looks like if we put in a VStack. Probably nothing. Nothing different. Yeah. Okay. Good. I really wish that was top aligned. There's no alignment. Oh, there's alignment. Top. Is it that easy? Yes. All right. Cool. Yeah. See, I'm slowly starting to get the hang of work at this comment. Like this fill vertical, fill horizontal. These are silly. I actually think they're probably not even doing anything. One of the problems with Comet is without good tooling. Oh, fill horizontal did them. Without good tooling, it's hard to know what the possibilities are. So all these extension methods are available on every control because they're available on every view, and they cascade. So if I set fill horizontal on this radio group, that works. If I set it on the VStack, I'm not even using the VStack. If I set it on the VStack, that'll work. If I set it on the HStack, the thing, it all works. It'll just set the flag, and each thing reads so essentially, okay. My understanding of how these methods work. Can we see the code? What this should do, if I'm right, yeah. So this sets an environment variable, I guess, with presumably a special name, and basically this just says, hey, somebody, or actually world, I want horizontal sizing. And what happens is when each thing here renders, and it might not be so it might be the radio button itself, it might be the group, it might be the VStack that's in, it might be the HStack that's in, it might be the body. Whatever it is says, hey, do I have any horizontal sizing that has been defined? And it comes from the environment. And so essentially we set it where we want, and everything reads off itself and then looking up its hierarchy. So the radio button will say, do I have an environment? And when it says, what's my environment layout horizontal sizing, it looks on there and says, no one's told me an environment, no one's told me this variable. So it looks at its parent, which is a group, says no one's told me, looks at its parent controls panel and says, someone told me. So that's what I'll do. So you can override it by specifying it on a more like a deeper layer, or you can generalize and say, I want the whole thing. Now, actually, let's just double check. Maybe this did do something. I think, yeah, so the drawable control is not, oh no. Oh, wait. Oh, did you see any of that? I'm not sure how much of my computer just crashed there. Certainly the app did, but I couldn't click anything up. If you're just joining me, welcome back. So this drawable control, interestingly, so I want this whole thing to be filled horizontal and vertical, in fact. So I can get rid of this because now it'll just go further up its chain. And that needs a column. See if this works. So this all looks cool. And then as I resize this, so it's getting bigger vertically. And I think there's just a bug in the drawable control in Comet that is not honoring horizontal, I think. I don't know, but I think. But I at least can reason about that, which last time I used Comet, I couldn't. In fact, let's open up Comet and have a look while we're here. That is work. Ignore that. Comet. Let's just grab some latest. And are we on upstream? Yep. Cool. So, Comet. Let's see if we can diagnose this. Or could even pull a request to fix. Except, I can't really test it at the moment because I can't reference these dev packages. Or maybe it's fixed in the code, just not in the packages I'm using. Sure. So waiting's fun. So it just mirrors my webcam on an angle. Maybe my chair's on an angle. Alright, maybe we won't wait for that. Cool. So we have a radio button group. We don't need a reference to this, so let's make this a little bit neater. And then we want to put something in our VStack. And what we want here is our configure button. So this should be above the radios and full width. Yes. Cool. And obviously clicking does nothing. Now, here is where things get interesting. But this is finished loading now. So, if we look at drawable control, can we see? So this doesn't use layout. Or is this, or do we want the handler? No, we probably want the drawable control handler. Okay. This is not happy. Come on. Platforms, WPF, handlers. Is there a WPF scale? Yep. Drawable control handler. Okay. Okay, so this is where. Go away. No. Sure. Oh God. This is where my knowledge of Comet breaks down because there's no code here. Maybe it's in the abstract control handler. Yeah, actually, this would have to be in the layout system, and I have no idea where they are defined. Yeah, I think this is beyond my debugging. And not what we're here to do. Let's not get distracted. Okay, back to trains. So, I have 4 radio buttons, and when you click them, I'm doing this thing. And then now I've got a button, and logically I should do, right, well, when you click it, do something. But that's not really the spirit of Comet. What you're supposed to do with Comet is use these bindings and have states that change, etc. And so I don't know exactly how this would work with a radio button, but in theory, what should probably happen is, no, I don't know. Okay, I don't know with the radio buttons, but I do know with the buttons. What you would do, actually maybe, I think it's the toggle. Yeah, it's the toggle. That's what I'm thinking of. So with a toggle, all you do is you give it a value. It's just a true or false. So let's create a state here called control shown. And I'm going to set it to false initially. And then all I can do is pass in control shown, and we're done. Now that's a toggle, which is presumably a checkbox. So I think what I'd probably do here is have a label, text. Yep, and it would be configure. Yeah, and this should be configuration shown. So this should now give me a label and a checkbox, I'm assuming, if it doesn't throw an exception. Oh, I'm going to assume that you can all still hear me. If you can't, let me know, because I know my microphone's stuffed up. It does often. Right, so we have a checkbox. The buttons are gone. Why are our buttons gone? Let me just get rid of this and see if that's got anything to do with it. Yep. Definitely need that. That's annoying. So what we should be doing, actually, maybe this is a good example. So this is the controls group, and I can say I'm going to assign this to a group variable and say we're going to have the group. Now what I can also do here is I want a layers group. This is going to be a VStack though. And for each, I don't have injected yet. Enumerable of, is it layer renderer? Yep. Layers. So for each layer, I'm going to add to our layers group a new toggle. Well, we'll just do this. Layer.enabled is the value, and then on changed, this is an action that takes a bool, so value is okay. That didn't work. Oh, we don't have. I wonder if that works. Okay. Right. So now we have another group of controls. And so what I'm going to do here is say, well, the group we want to show is, if we're looking at the configurations, when our layers group, otherwise our controls group. That hasn't worked because the second thing, no, well, just they're both inherit, do they? Yeah. Let's see if this works. I don't know if we'll be able to tell because if these controls aren't showing, yeah, so it doesn't work, or maybe it does, but we can't see anything. All right, what have we done wrong? H-stack. I wonder if it's the fill vertical. I shouldn't have done that. I just tried two things at once. Okay, so spacer is interesting. So here's my controls. If I tick this on, this should change to 4 checkboxes that won't have labels. But it doesn't. Okay, what's a binding? I thought it was state that I needed. What's a binding? It's going to get a set, it's going to get current value, and some operators, and it does some stuff. Okay. Let's debug this. So what should be happening is this gets called to construct the body, and then when I toggle my checkbox, it should know automatically that, so the toggle toggles a binding. A binding has a value, which is false. So this is going to be a radio group. Great. So now when I toggle this checkbox, it should hit that breakpoint again. Okay, so there's a problem. So what should happen is basically this toggle should say A. Yeah. Why isn't that set up just by virtue of being a value? Is on equals value, and then is on changed. Well, I probably should have left the source to Comet open to check, but that's alright. We can do this. We can just do this manually. Yeah, I thought that might have worked, but I guess not. So, no. That should have worked, surely. Let's put a breakpoint here as well. Okay, so we called once. We set up our radio group. Great. Big box. Value is true. Configuration shown will become true. Should have called the body again. I wonder why that's not working. Does this need to be a field? I wonder. And I don't need that. Okay. See if this works. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to load up Comet again and look at some samples. Alright, there is a sample that does this that I looked at, and I must just have forgotten some of the nuance. So yeah, what should happen is this gets changed, which is working, and then Comet should know that to render this body, we used this configuration shown binding, and therefore anything that used that binding should recalculate itself. I guess I actually can make that easier. We don't need that there because we only do that once. And then, yeah, that looks better. And do I want to add a using? I have a feeling that's going to break things. Let's leave it out for now. All right. So in our samples, don't appear. No, in here, there's a binding sample, and I believe it has a toggle. Nope, it has a button. So this is setting can edit. She's just a ball. And then this is in there. Maybe does it only work if it's it line? That would be surprising, but that's not difficult. In fact, I'll probably get rid of that. Okay. No, can't get rid of that. Alright, let's try that. We're still in the lambda though. No. Right. Oh, body function navigation scrub data. Yeah, so this is swapping between a text field and a text. That's all. Oh, and there's a toggle for can edit. And that just passes in the bool. State click count. What's a binding object? It's a binding object. Oh, okay. So there is slightly more to this. This is really doing like I know the property changed. Yeah. Okay. I'm guessing a binding is a binding object. Oh no, state is a binding. Okay. So this probably should be back to being a state. And then let's see. No. I think the problem is it's not calling this body again. It doesn't know. Where is this defined in the sample? So it's a field. Oh, it's marked with state. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Do I need an attribute? I can try that. Let's try this first. I need to debug that. Okay, call once. Tick. Okay. Alright, let's try an attribute. It feels really weird putting a state attribute on something that is this a type state, but there we go. Make sure we don't. Yeah, I don't care about I just want it working. I want it to work. I can't half set each thing. Oh, okay. You have to be read-only. Fine. I mean, that's okay, because it's presumably setting a dot value somewhere. Okay, called once. Hey! Alright. I'm guessing it's the attribute that helped. And that didn't work. Let's just have a look at that again. Okay. So, get rid of the ugliness. So what didn't work that time? Okay. Let's get rid of our spacer. So our controls group. Delegate control should be the same thing. That's fine. I mean, I can introduce a local for this. Put it up here. I don't know if that matters. A controls group. Oh no, that one we know works. It's layers group, we don't know. So that's a VStack. I don't see why a VStack in a VStack wouldn't work. Float spacing, no. As long as that's not expanding to fill. And even if it is, it shouldn't draw nothing. Like, why is that removing the drawable control? Alright, let's see if we can debug any of this. I have no idea if hopefully Comet has source link. Let's just see if I've got source link turned on. Source server, source link. Cool. So, do I have to go load symbols? Nope. That ain't right. That's annoying. That's very annoying. I don't adjust my code. Maybe that, but I kind of don't want to do that. Can I untick this? No. I think this is just going to cause Visual Studio to download the world. Unfortunately, when you work at Microsoft, you have access to a lot of symbols. Even the ones you don't want. Yeah, like it's already downloading symbols for MS Calling. Awesome. I don't want to do that. Come on. The other problem with downloading symbols is Netflix is on in the next room. And I don't have the best internet. Stop. Stop. Alright. We got this working, but there's no difference here. Text field to text. I wonder where else toggle is used. That's just drawing a credit card. Item done. Yeah, see, there's nothing that's changed based on that. So it's kind of not quite the same. And these are the ones that are grossing. Okay, so binding sample of this. Has it stopped yet? Yeah, cool. Okay, let's just turn this one back on. Okay, what happens if we do this? Let's just see if it's a problem with our layer group. Okay, so that works. And, oh, I even, look at that. Gold Jerry. That's frustrating, because it means it is the toggling that is causing a problem, or rather, something I've done with my view here that's causing the problem, but I can't debug it. So this sets up the state, and then assigns the body. And other than this being state, which ours is now too, these are all new things. I don't want to make a new trains delegate, because that's the thing with the game loop. I'd have to tear down the old one, otherwise this object... Oh, this isn't the thing with the game loop. Oh, the game loop's here. Okay. Alright, well let's try doing this then. Let's just recreate everything. But I can't do them in the same way. Oh, and I can't do that. Yeah. I don't think it should have anything to do with that. I think this should work. Especially since I'm not disposing of anything. Right. So what's the next step? I really want to be able to debug this. This does mention source view, right? Not source view. Source link. Yep, this references source link. So that should be working, but it's not. Ooh. What if I built this? And the point visual here with these P2Bs. That'll work. This is working again. Is it master? No, you go dash B master dash T upstream master. Yeah. Cool. So if Visual Studio doesn't hang, build better. I forget what shell I'm in. Well, it's my own fault because I've got build dir mapped. Alright. Yes, reload. Let's rebuild this. And then if nothing else, I will have a Jan 17. Yeah, 28 days. Not quite, but close enough maybe. if nothing else, I will have PDBs that are hopefully close to right. Once Visual Studio catches up. Come on. Navigation. Oh no. Don't tell me master's not going to build. Oh, let's hope for the best. Nope. What? How do you revert changes and end up with more changes? Guessing I'm just fighting Visual Studio at this point. Alright, I think it is... Oh, you know what? Mac. I don't even... It's probably not going to build. I'm on Windows. Alright, I think that may be built. Yeah, I think the important bits will have built anyway. If we build WPF maybe. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's try this again. So, first time, fine. T. Now, custom symbols. And I will find your PB. It is in... Nope. Comet. Bin. Debug. Stand word. Wrong commit. That's so annoying. Get render view, reset view. I mean, I don't imagine I'll be able to track it through from here. Replace body. Yeah. Oh, it does some debugging. That's interesting. So it's building main page. Activity 24. 13. The controls are zoom. Good. I'm glad they are. But where are they? Oh, hey! Ah! Is it just a drawing problem? Okay. No. Oh. Now we have a problem. Yeah. Interesting. So everything's just jumping around. So I'm guessing this might be one of the layout problems that I know was happening with WPF that have been fixed, I think. Or at least most of them have been fixed. Let's just test this. So if I add a train, so now I can get it show. So one of those is drag. Hey, that's cool. Train, that's highlight, happy, grid, and diagnostics. Yay. Alright. Cool. Let's make this a bit nicer. Because we want this to be a H. Yeah, I want that. On H stack with a toggle and some text. And the text is name. Okay. So this could just be a layout issue, which hopefully will be fixed. But that's okay. I'm happy to wait. I trust that these packages will be updated at some point. Oh, that's great. Awesome. So there's a declarative UI. Don't react to the toggling. Just have a view that returns the right thing. And the idea is this is essentially a virtual DOM. So these objects are super lightweight, right? This toggle just has one field. That's all it is. And view has whatever, quite a lot more. But anyway, the idea is these are super lightweight. So you swap them in and out. Presumably Comet is going, hey, these are the same control when it's seeing this thing, or even this thing and this thing, and this thing and this thing. And it's only at this point that it says, okay, something needs to happen. Let's just see if I can do this, or if this crashes. Just because I don't like warnings. It doesn't work. Now it's crashed. Okay. I guess I should dispose them properly. Excuse me. Oh, there's no refactoring for that. And actually, did this work? Was it the state attribute that was the key there? Oh. Okay. Could have sworn I did that. Now I don't know what's right and what's wrong. Okay, what are we doing? Alright, we can do this, right? Because I don't think that matters. It's a little wasteful. But, yeah, still works. Nice. Oh! Hey! Oh, look at that. That's actually even better. It's funny. So it has drawing problems, but only sometimes. Yeah, I'm now more convinced that these are layout issues, because obviously this was my fault, which is good to know. No, I still want my control delegate. I need my control delegate to be there so I can invalidate it. Yeah, I don't want to define a timer in there. Cool. That's looking nice, but that's not configuration. That's layers. So, okay, let me think of this. In Windows, I have the tools and the layers on the same screen, but that's not, that's not nice. You don't need layers often. They're just for diagnostics. Alright, let's see if we can't add more to this layers group. And is there such a thing as a panel? Can we construct a view? Or is view abstract? It's not. I wonder if I can put these in a view. That's not what I'm doing at all. What am I doing? Layers physics. Alright, let's just do this. Layers group, add spacer. And now what I want to do, that's good. Now what I want to do is do all of my actual configuration, which is down here. Oh, I thought it used reflection. It doesn't. Okay. So, you know what I should do? I should make a control for this and this and for these things I'm going to do. But for now, alright, what do I want? I want a VStack, and in that I want text which says surface, and then I want a slider. Hey, I got a slider. Slider is I need some parameters. Cool. So the slider's value is track parameters. Track parameters. Cell size. It goes from 1 to 100, sure. Oh, that's the. Okay, let's see if this works. I knew what wasn't doing. Oh. Let's see if this works. I don't know what these sliders will look like. What is that for? Okay, I'm guessing sliders aren't done in WPF. Alright, let's do a text field. What I want to see is whether changing this, and it's not going to, because it won't know how. Yeah, what I wanted to see was whether changing that value could affect the property directly, but obviously it won't if it has to be a string. So on editing, we just do this. Is this a float? No, it isn't. So this. The behavior could vary, but oh god. Okay. Where's my text field? Oh, there's my cell size. Oh. So if I change it to a 5, oh, yes, that is gold, Jerry. Oh, that's crashed. Nope, it hasn't. That's weird. Okay, I'm 99% sure that one of the WPF layout bugs was this text thing not updating. See, it's working. Just can't see it. That's awesome. All right. And actually, that less code than WinForms. So WinForms, there's a getter and a setter. Oh, that's just the label of the max. Yeah, no, okay, it's about the same. So there's a getter and there's a setter, essentially. It's just that this is. I guess I don't need that. I wonder if that'll work, actually. See, I don't know if this now might mean it doesn't know that I'm using cell size. I haven't looked at the code for how this, knowing which fields are being used, is wired up. Yeah, that works. But, oh. No. Yeah. This is obviously super flaky. This will just blow up if it's not happy. So, yeah. Oh, that's a bit about sliders. I'm guessing the handlers. Yeah, there's no slider handler. Essentially, the way this works is every platform needs to hook up every control to a handler for that control. And I can't do it really without. Oh, so that'd be interesting. Since we have a declarative UI, what happens if we do this? Plus, and we go track parameters cell size plus, then text parameters. And then another button. There should be a plus on this side. I hate how Visual Studio does that. When you press the semicolon, it knows where the semicolon should go, so it jumps you down. But I'd rather just type it so I can go, oh, whoops. Cool. So this needs to be minus, and this all needs to go into a H stack. So the glory of a declarative UI and a virtual DOM, in theory, is basically I can just have an abundance of controls. And yeah, so sure, there's a bunch of controls. Okay, so that doesn't work. But yeah, you know what? Well, actually, it didn't solve the spacer problem. It's still off screen. Can't set a height on a spacer, can you? Another bracket. Yeah, so I don't know whether this is similar to other things out there in the industry. It's certainly the first time I've used declarative UI like this. And it's very interesting because it feels weird, right? Like it feels weird. I'm essentially creating all of this UI when I don't need it. Definitely feels weird. But it works, it's fast. And like, that's really nice. Like, don't worry about how stuff gets wired up. Just set a property, read a property. Magic will happen. Let's get rid of the spacer. And let's add some padding to this V stack. Or do I want to margin? Never remember. top 50. Oh, that's better. Nice. Oh yes, I need to put back the fill. See if that. Oh. Yeah, fill vertical. Now that I'm sure it was a drawing issue. Nope, not sure anymore. That's okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense because I don't really want everything to fill vertically. Maybe. Okay. Try. Figure, redraw. Yeah, cool. And that looks nicer with the skier because it's not jumping around now. And it does fill vertically, which is a plus. Oh, hey, that's his 43. Is this just a... Yeah. Yeah, definitely a layout drawing issue. Cool. Sorry for that noise. This is not an ASMR stream. Cool. I guess just add a bunch more properties. Yeah, but I need a control because I don't want to do this 1,000 times. But do I really want to pass in these things parameters? Probably have to. Can I extract a method? Come on, VS. Be smart. What about that? No. Oh dear, it's not happy. Okay. So if we called this configuration controls, and we passed in cell size. Well, actually, could just use reflection. So you pass in parameters. You don't have to. You pass in the name of the thing, and you're done. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, let's be a view. That's alright. Okay, so we want to return a new stack which contains this stuff, and we're taking in the parameter. So oh, yeah. So track parameters, get property, binding flags. What are we going? Instance and public. Yeah, it's got non-public as well. Okay. That's the prop. And so the label is our parameter. And then we want to prop dot set value, prop dot get value, so yeah, minus minus, but we can't do that. Decrement. Nested virtual functions. Yeah. Cool. So, I think we only have some floats. This is just such terrible code to avoid something relatively innocuous. It's kind of sad. Come on, work. Track parameters is not null here. Oh, okay. Oh, doesn't even need to be minus one. It's just that. Which actually means I can get rid of this temporary variable again. Okay, and then for floats, we're going to go minus 0.2. Okay, and then this is increment. No. We'll rename this to just 1 minus 1 and plus 1. Jumping through so many hoops. Ugh. I feel dirty. Got too many credits. Yeah. And then this one is just that. If this works, I'll be very surprised. If anyone is still watching and hasn't left in disgust, I'll be very surprised. Most of the time when I do this sort of dodgy crap, it's because I have some kind of a plan for what I'm going to replace it with. I have no idea in this case. But hey, it works. Alright, cool. So now I can just copy all these and paste it in here. And use some wonderful Visual Studio magic. I want to go a loop. Configuration controls. Name of bam. Forgot that. How good's that? If you haven't used multi-caret you. Whoop, you haven't lived. So good. Oh, keep doing that. Okay. This is complaining. Parameter and method teacher is never used. What? Okay, that's gone away. Have 2 errors by using directives. Don't care. Oh, wait. Do I have any errors in this file? Okay, what file was I in? My page. Any issues here? No. Okay. Alright, let's see if this works. Are these all ins? Did I add all that float code for nothing? Oh god. Oh well. Do I de-dodgy my dodgy code? Or do I leave it? Because it's a hideous work of art. Alright, so, Drakwit. Yay! We have configuration. Is it that one? Doesn't seem to work. Oh no, that's the one. I should do something about that. What should happen is as I reduce the num corner blanks, it should reevaluate the degrees to spread them out. But then you can still adjust the degrees. Yeah. Anyway. Cool. I like it. It's hideous, but somehow I like it. That's a terrible name. Just do that. That. And yeah, let's just assume it's an int. And that. This is the adjustment. Make this all up a bit. So it's vaguely possible. Although it's not. I think that's okay. Oh, hang on. I've removed one too many. No, that. There we go. You know what? I don't want these to be local methods. Let's make it even uglier. So let's just do this. No, that doesn't need to be an object. We can do that properly. And this needs to take it to this SQL Server stuff. Yeah. Okay. Oh, adjust property. And we need to pass in cool. Alright, that's a little bit nicer. A little bit easy to read. We have our group, we're adding a margin there. So layers, that's cool. Is there horrible spacing between these? There probably is. Because I don't want that margin to inherit. Is that? That's not 50 pixels there. No, the cell size is 40. So there is a bit of a gap there. But, not sure why. That would be nice if it was compressed. Never mind. All right. I think that's that. I think we have everything now in Comet that we had in WinForms. And that's pretty cool. Because that means I can now create, in theory, a UWP version. I can now create a UWP version of this head app here, and we can have UWP things app. And I did get a request for a UWP version today for use on a what's it called, Surface Hub, on those TV screens. So that's a bit of fun. Cool. Yeah, I probably should separate these out. Can I extract that method? Create tools. Controls. This is configuration controls. And this is configurations. This is tool controls. And actually, these can both be views. And why doesn't it control it on? For that's so weird though. Like, why isn't it complaining about that? That's disposable too, I imagine. Yeah, that comes from abstract layout. That comes from abstract layout. Oh, that's really ugly. I don't want ugly things all over my form. Just gonna keep grunting until the problem goes away. Yeah. Why is that? Why is that complaining about the new VStack? It's not complaining about this, or this, or this. Because these probably all, like, the U is probably the thing that's disposable. Yeah. So the base class is disposable. And I'm returning this. So the ownership is up here. Anyway. That's much nicer. I like that. Like, that's really cool. No lambdas, just creates an UI. That's really cool. Let's just have params. Yeah. Supposed to add all of these parameters here, I think, but I've never actually got hot reload working, so it's not a big need. That's really ugly. Alright, let's just make sure it works. Extract method shouldn't change the semantics of the code, but maybe it did somehow. Maybe I can blame this whole thing on Ruslan. Nope, Works great. Ah, well. That's awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Put a train on. Figure. Train go around nothing. Around blue dots. Oh, it's swimming. Cool. Yeah. I'm going to commit that and call it a day. Very happy. Except for this bit, which I hate. But aside from that, I'm very happy. Cool. Thank you for tuning in, if you tuned in. Thank you for watching on Twitch, if you're here. Thank you for watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube. Get rid of that. So what do we do? Yeah, we did a bunch of that. This is probably just cleanup. Why is it always cleanup? I swear every time. Oh yeah, this was the buckets. Let's do this. Train validation code. It's a fancy way to reference one line. Yeah, okay, cool. No, finish. Implement. Awesome. I reckon there's probably a little bit further I could go with the old Comet stuff, because I think, in theory, it should be possible to have this somehow be a state where you just map this radio button to the tool, I think. Maybe not, but that would be like the final piece of the puzzle, if possible. And then everything just wires up automatically. But I really like this. I really like that I can just do 3 controls for a property that just work. Cool. All right. Thank you all. Good night. See you next week.